Shoigu, says the decision was taken after what he called a sharp escalation on Russia's borders.
The
Republic of Belarus was and remains our true ally and a reliable partner. Today we stand together against the collective West, which leads an undeclared war against our countries.
Let's speak to journalist Yulia Shapovalova in Moscow. Yulia, so how does the Russian side explain the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons into Belarus?
So Defense Minister Shoigu said the decision to deploy Russia's non-strategic nuclear weapons onto the territory of Belarus has been dictated by the activity of NATO's nuclear missions. So Russia and Belarus had to take retaliatory measures. According to the minister, the two countries have begun implementation of the things. The Belarusian side has already received the Iskander-M missile system capable of using both conventional and nuclear weapons. Some Belarusian aircraft have already been modified to use the nuclear weapons, and Belarusian servicemen have undergone special training. At the same time, Russia will not give control over its nuclear weapons to Belarus, and Moscow, not Minsk, will make decisions regarding the use of the weapons. The deployment decision was first announced by President Vladimir Putin back in March.
Russia also not happy with an investigation into the Nord Stream pipeline attack. Tell us more about that.
The Russian Foreign Ministry expressed its protest about the complete absence of results in the investigation. That's according to them, of course, presumably carried out by the authorities of all of those countries. We're talking about Germany, Denmark and Sweden. We obviously talk about the investigation regarding the sabotage at the Nord Stream gas pipelines in September 2022. The Foreign Ministry also noted the inability of those countries to ensure the transparency of the investigative actions. Russia demanded to conduct an open investigation with the participation of representatives of the Russian authorities and the authorities of Gazprom, but those demands and no's have been ignored. Russia also blamed those countries for trying to hide true perpetrators of the crime. And at the same time, the Russian Foreign Ministry expressed hope to continue to influence the authorities of Germany, Denmark and Sweden to make them conduct an objective and transparent investigation of the sabotage on the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, with the participation and involvement of Russia, of course.
Yulia, thanks for that. Yulia Shapovalova.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it could be edifying. And this is just an update in the conflict between, at this point, Russia and NATO. All right, because that's what it's actually turning out to be. All right, America and NATO has been using Ukraine as far as like a proxy army, you know, pretty much moving through the guidelines of the Ukrainian forces to directly confront Russia. And that's what's been going on since the beginning of this war. And we've been keeping up with updates as far as different escalations, different moves on both sides, you know, so this is just an update as far as that. All right, what's going on over there? So I believe one of the last videos I did concerning this was the fact that NATO, for the first time pretty much since the Cold War, has actually had to come together and strategically put together war plans. All right, there's been a lot of things that has gone on. They mentioned a few things in this video. The Nord Stream 1 pipeline explosion. And everybody knows that America was behind that. And that put them a little bit at odds with NATO. You know, so they probably already, you know, Germany, France, you know, the UK, they're probably looking at America with a side eye. You know, Russia has been flying military aircraft, you know, around the UK's airspace, You know, they've been pulling up in submarines, just kind of doing little things here and there. But this was actually something that was now a strategical response to what NATO had going on, because Ukraine basically began an assault on Russia's mainland, you know, right? Actual Russian territory that wasn't Ukraine. And, you know, they've pretty much been responding, and now they're starting to move Russian strategic nuclear missiles, right? Strategic nukes onto, or tactical nukes is what they call them, tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, right? And I just wanted to pull this up just for a little bit of geography. You look at this right here, you see Russia right here, you see Ukraine, and the main fighting is going on between Russia and Ukraine. And then you have Belarus right here. But you also have, you know, Moldova, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, Russia, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Right? You have these different countries. Now, what's so significant about this is, if I pull up the map of NATO and Russian territories, right? You see Russia right here. Once again, you see Ukraine. Now, your key right here, Russia is in red. Non-aligned is your yellow and orange. So you have countries like Finland, but Finland is now a part of NATO. All right, you see that? Finland is now, they have NATO territory directly touching Russian mainland. Then you have Ukraine, and you might as well say that they're aligned with NATO as well. All right, but that's where major fighting is going on. And you see Russia, Belarus, which is supposed to be non-aligned, but their allegiance is with Russia. So they've come to an agreement to move tactical nukes into Belarus. And then you see all this blue. Those are all NATO. That is all NATO allied countries. So you have Estonia, you have Latvia, you have Lithuania, you have Poland, which is a big one. You have the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, UK, the Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, all these different countries. But you see what's right on the border. You have to Belarus, right here. You see Poland. It's touching Poland. It's touching Lithuania, and it's touching Latvia. And then Russia's mainland is touching Estonia. All right, and Russia's mainland is also touching Finland now, which is a part of NATO. So you see, they're all pointing guns at each other, man. If you think peace is coming, man, you got another thing. You better think about something else. All right, the Lord said peace is not coming, man. All right, war is coming. War is prophesied. And let's go ahead and get into it, get a couple scriptures. I wanted to give that update. As we like to keep up with these things going on in the world. This is Matthew chapter 24. And we'll go right to the point. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Are these not wars and rumors of wars? Having tactical nukes stationed, pointed directly at your enemy. And any slight inconvenience, misfortune, so-called, could set shut off. All right, those are wars and rumors of wars. It says, see that you be not troubled. Right, we're not supposed to be troubled. We're looking for these things. We need these things to come to pass for the kingdom of Israel to be reestablished on the earth. It's just for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So World War III isn't necessarily about to, kick off tomorrow, just because they move strategic nukes right onto the border, in Belarus, right onto the border of all these NATO countries. It was just a strategic move. It's almost like a chess game being played, right? So, but the end is not yet. There's still things that need to come to pass. But the Lord, if you're watching, we see that the Lord is actually making these moves. All right, the Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake. Because if not, man, we'll all be, like the script say, there shall no flesh be left to be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is shortening the days, man. All right, the saints are being worn out, having to pay all these bills, work this job, all right, deal with these wicked-ass people every day, man. All right, but we bear it because we have a job to do. All right, and Lord willing, is sufficient for the saving of our souls. It says, and there shall, actually it says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. We're seeing that. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So these are the beginning of sorrows. It's only going to get worse from here. All right, we might see them use these tactical nukes very soon. That's going to take out a lot of different people. We see the elites over here, they're doing shit to prepare for shit to really pop off. It's you knucklehead motherfuckers that's not paying attention, that's not preparing. All right, but these different senators, these different government officials, governors, the president, they're all preparing. They know the high likelihood that they're about to be in direct conflict with with Russia, because NATO has something called Article 5. So a country as small, let me go back to the map, a country as small as Lithuania or Latvia, you ask the average Jake or ask the average American where Latvia is or where Lithuania is and what's their significance, they couldn't tell you. Well, they're a NATO ally. And if Russia does something just in one of those small little territories, small little countries, America would have to go to war with Russia, man. That's how close we are. But these people don't understand that. They think everything's sweet. They think everything, it's just peace and safety. All right? Peace and safety. Actually, and we'll finish off there. Let me grab it so I can. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right? No man knows the day nor hour. All right, but the signs have been set up for us to watch. And if you're paying attention, you know exactly what time we're in. So it's not going to come upon us unaware. Right? Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety. Right? America, by the way they're moving, they might not be openly saying it, but by the way they're moving, by the way they're acting, you wouldn't think if you just went outside that we're pretty much in the beginning of World War III. All right? In the beginning of the end of America. Because everything's going on as normal. You got the playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB season going on, NFL draft. People are going on in their day-to-day life. They don't know that there's danger coming. They don't know that there's famines coming. They don't understand that the sword is about to be dropped, man. They don't understand that cash is about to be done away with. And even if they do understand it, they don't have the sufficient means to be able to do anything about it. But we have the answers. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we have the answers, man. But hey, most of these people, they don't even want the answers. They don't want to know. They're in that ignorant is bliss spirit. All right, so we understand. It says, verse 3 again, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. They're not going to be able to escape. All right, it's going to come upon them, man. It's going to elevate quick or escalate quickly, man. All right, shit's about to start popping off. The Lord, like it says in Proverbs 21, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. See? All these different kings of the earth, man. The Lord works on their minds, seals their instructions when they're asleep to do this, do that. And when the Lord sees fit, when it's time for shit to really pop off, the Lord is going to use them to do so. All right, so wanted to bring out this information. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till the next time, Shalom.